Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Inktober 52 and the prompt is Stormtrooper from Star Wars. Star Wars is one of those sagas that I love. I was actually watching the other day some comments from the director, the original director, okay, and he was saying that he only kind of owns the 6 first movies, okay, the older movies, that they are 3, and then the new trilogy that it was around the 2000s more or less. But all these extras that we have nowadays in Disney Plus and everything, he is not involved in this lore in the world and everything. He passed the torch, and I understand, because I think it went a little bit crazy and there are so many Star Wars concepts that is very difficult to comprehend. So I don't think I ever drawn a Stormtrooper, and I think today I wanna do something different, something funny. It's not a challenge, or it's not nothing, because it's gonna be a very weak drawing, but I'm gonna try to draw with my left hand. I think I never drawn with my left hand, and I think today is a nice occasion to see what we can do with this. We have this area to work today. For me, I am gonna be talking the whole time, in my opinion, and for me, what are the Stormtroopers, and I watched almost everything so far. I played the video games as well. When I was younger, I used to play as well all the video games that they were coming out with the Jedis and everything. And now Mandalorian, Boba Fett. I'm still missing to watch the Acolyte, I don't know how it's pronounced, but I'm still missing to watch that one. But basically, Stormtroopers are the minions, the militia, well, the guards and the army of the bad guys, the dark side, let's say. Okay, so we have Darth Vader going around, and it's always surrounded by these guys in white with the big helmets. Okay, I think famously they are known as well as Bucketheads, because the helmet type of design. Okay, so basically, as you can see, I'm shaking a lot with the left hand, but let's see what we can do. Basically, the Stormtroopers at the very beginning, they were people, and you see this in the movies, that all of them are different sizes and everything, and that joke that we have with the two brothers in Star Wars, with Leia and her brother, that they say, "Oh, aren't you too short for a Stormtrooper?" Because obviously they need to pass a standard, no? At some point with the Clone Wars and everything, most of these guys were replaced by clones from actually Boba Fett. I think it's Boba Fett or Jango Fett. Jango Fett, I think it was the original bounty hunter that took over. They made a business in the Clone Wars and everything, and he took payment, and they replicated him, they cloned him. Okay, so basically, those are supposed to be, in theory, the elite of space, the elite warriors of space, and they are the bad guys, and they have conquered everything, but they don't have any kind of supernatural power within them. It is more like weapons. I think it's called E11 blasters. Is what they have, the weapons that they use. Basically, these as well, within the Stormtroopers, there are different kind of ranges and different levels. Like in military service, the white ones, they are the basic fighter, and they would. There are a couple of different types of uniform as well within the white ones, but then, as you watch the movies and they wanted to kind of expand the Star Wars universe, they started creating other type of stormtroopers, stronger, with different weapons, with lances, with spears, like kind of electric spears. We see some of these guys fighting. I think it is against Kylo Ren. I'm not a very fan of the newest movies with Kylo Ren, and I think for me it dropped quite a lot the interest in me, because I grow with Anakin Skywalker and the path to becoming Darth Vader and everything, and for me the 3 movies with Anakin and the original ones, when he is Darth Vader, those are kind of peak Star Wars for me. I very much enjoyed as well The Mandalorian Season 1. I think that was created, made and directed by Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau is the same guy who plays Happy in the Iron Man movies, and he's basically the brains behind the original MCU. The very beginning with the Avengers, with Thor, Captain America, especially Iron Man. He directed and produced Iron Man, the first one, and because of that movie we had all this kind of line of superheroes coming on and being alive nowadays. And I enjoyed Mandalorian, and I liked it as well. The Mandalorian as well is a character that he created a story beyond the story that we already know, because these guys, the Stormtroopers, the clones in the Clone Wars, are created through the Fett family, and the guy is basically was a Mandalorian that decided to do business with these kind of scientific beings. That I don't remember the name, but they created these clones. Okay, so we have. I'm gonna try to do the blaster. We have these characters, Stormtroopers, and I don't know how to put my right hand. I'm always drawing, and now I don't know how to put it. We have these characters, the Stormtroopers, that it is a parody. It is always like a parody of them, that they are very bad at aiming. Even they are the best of the best in theory of the world, well, not the world, the galaxy. They are completely ridiculous at shooting. They are shooting Han Solo, they are shooting everyone, Obi-Wan, everyone, and they are terribly bad at aiming. And this is a parody as well. You have a lot of Star Wars characters in Fortnite video game, and in Fortnite video game you see how I'm doing him. He's gonna be holding here. And we have in Fortnite the Darth Vader, we have the Stormtroopers and everything, and basically there is no way that they kill you. I think they implemented this kind of funny type of shooting like they normally have in the movies for this. There is as well a very nice movie that I haven't watched before. I think I watched, but when I was a kid. I think it was called Space Odyssey or something like that, and as well it represents a Star Wars saga parody, and we have this actor, the very famous guy from that movie that they shrink the kids and everything, and you know, in the 80s, in the 90s, we had a lot of movies with him, and he disappeared at some point. I haven't checked what is he doing, or how old is he, or actually if he's still alive. I don't know exactly, but basically in that movie he is dressed as Darth Vader. The Darth Vader uniform, the shape and everything is very similar to a Stormtrooper, but in dark. Okay, so he basically wears a massive helmet as a parody as well of Stormtroopers and Darth Vader, and I enjoy it so much. I watched it last month, and it's one of those movies that I didn't remember I watched, and when I was watching it, I said, I don't think I watched this movie ever. And as I was watching it, I was like, this is a scene I remember, but I didn't know it was from this movie. Or this is a scene as well I remember, but I didn't know from this movie. And yeah. So feel free to tell me in the comments if you love, you like, you don't like Star Wars. What is your favorite character in Star Wars? I think my favorite character, I would say, is Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, especially in the season 1. The seasons after are a little bit weak for me. The Boba Fett saga as well, I think it's a little bit weaker for me, in my opinion. There is gonna be now a movie with the Mandalorian gonna be released, I think, end of this year. No, not end of this year, but probably end of 2025. They announced it the other day as a standalone movie. We had the series first, that the series connects with Boba Fett, and yeah. So feel free to tell me in the comments what is your favorite Star Wars character, and as well I want to know what is your opinion about the Stormtroopers and yeah, Star Wars in general. I used to play some of the Star Wars games, and obviously you were a Jedi, and you can use the Force and all the abilities that the Jedi had in those games, and I enjoyed it very much. I loved it very much, but I'm always been more. I'm just recalculating a little bit. Sorry. I've been always more fan of fantasy. I'm more a fantasy guy than a science fiction guy. If you are maybe younger generation, or you are just not into genres of movie and you don't know much the difference, in science fiction, basically the topics that you normally touch are space topics, and there's a lot of experiments relating traveling to another world or traveling to in a space, and everything is more science related, something that you are watching it and you could say, okay, at some point it can happen. We can make guns that shoot lasers. We can make swords made of laser. We can go to a space, and we can go to another planet. We can go to outer space and travel, things like this. And then you have fantasy. That fantasy, especially epic or adventure fantasy, like Lord of the Rings, is something more within the realm of the folk and the tales that all the generations used to tell, and they become a myth, and you don't know if it is real or is not real, like trolls, gnomes, elves, monsters and things like this, that they go into the fantasy realm. This is just basically in a nutshell to describe in a couple of words, more or less, what is science fiction or what is fantasy. As well, feel free to share in the comments if you are more science fiction person, fantasy person. I'm personally fantasy focused. I love fantasy, as you can see in the channel. Most of the time, all the topics I touch, most of the time are fantasy related, epic fantasy related. And if I do something more science fiction, like in this case the Stormtrooper that I'm doing now, now is because we're doing the prompt and everything. I love Star Wars. I've seen, as I said before, most of it multiple times. But yeah, obviously I have my likes and my choices. So as you can see, as more recap, if you just joined late the video, today I'm drawing with my left hand. I have never tried to draw with my left hand. So far we have a Stormtrooper, that is the prompt for Inktober 52 this week. I think we are in the week 34, 35 more or less, and I'm enjoying it. It's nice. I think I want to do it more. I want to try to maybe do more videos like this on the left hand to see probably in time how it can evolve. I actually, a few months back, but I didn't start. A few months back I decided to buy a sketchbook, a small sketchbook, to draw with my left hand, because this helps for coordination and for brain developing and everything. But at the end I didn't end up doing it, because I got very busy with, you know, started the channel, started as well the Instagram, posting more, doing more drawings. I invite you to visit my Instagram. I'm gonna put it down there in the show more section. I invite you as well to sail through the channel. Here in DavidViadel23, the Mandragon's Cave, I normally draw Inktober videos like this one with the prompt, and I am gonna put here a little list that you have them all and you can pick whichever you want to see. Sometimes I talk about children's book illustration, other times I'm talking about a specific topic like pirates, superheroes, plenty of things, okay? More than happy to answer all your questions. If there are any questions, you know, art related or the topic that we are talking related, art material, if you want to ask something about what type of material is better for this or for that. But for the time being, okay, we are doing a funny design for a Stormtrooper. It's in a pose, as an attack pose, okay. I hope this video doesn't go much longer than normal, because as I said, this is a funny video that I'm doing for the sake of, you know, playing a little bit with the pen and see where we go. Drawing with the left hand is one of those things I had pending. I want to try more and more, and my style is cartoon, as you will see here. If you check my other drawings, all of them are cartoon. I love cartoon style, and within the cartoon style and drawing with the left hand side, I think it's not that bad, to be honest. I just so you know what I've been doing, I'm basically sketching more or less shapes that I want within the cartoon to represent Stormtrooper. I know that I'm not able to have, because this is like more like a kind of a funny video, I know I'm not skilled drawing with my left hand, so the drawing is gonna be a little bit meh, but to be honest, I'm trying to kind of define some shapes. How I'm cartoon artist, I wanna kind of, I try to make the head a little bit bigger, like in the movie I said before. Trying to go for an easy pose as well, that he is kind of in attacking position, is gonna be shooting. And then we have here the scope as well. The weapon is something like this, all in black. And as I said, these guys, the Stormtroopers, are quite famous for the ability of not being very nice shooters. They will shoot at everything. Okay. Okay. Basically, this armor that they have, it is a type of plastic-based armor, obviously resistant to certain type of attacks, but not impenetrable. If you shoot one of these guys, it will fall. And you have as well, it's not the same like in the Mandalorian, okay? The Mandalorians, they use, like in the Marvel story, there is this adamantium, is the strongest material. So in the Mandalorian, that the design of the armor is pretty similar. They have this material called Beskar, and Beskar is the strongest material basically, like the adamantium, and these guys would, not these guys, the Mandalorians would kind of, and you can see that in the series, they would collect Beskar to upgrade their armor by pieces like the shoulder piece, you know, the chest piece to cover the chest, and things like this. But not these guys. These guys have like a plastic, as I said, a plastic based armor. Very irregular as well. All of them should be the same, but as the rebellious side of the galaxy, the good guys of the galaxy, the alliance of the galaxy start kind of knocking them out and eliminating different, you know, destroyers, the ships that they fly on, and eliminating as well different bases in different planets. You see some of these guys that they become mercenaries, renegades, things like that, and there you will see how those are the ones I like, and you will see how the armor is different. Maybe they have missing parts, or they have things drawn on top, or the helmets are broken and things like that, and kind of they become very scary, I think. Here, when everything is in order, when they have the control of the galaxy and they're all in white, for me, after watching the movies, it's more like a parody, okay? But as I said, when the alliance is hitting hard, you see you see how they become a little bit more dangerous, I would say, dangerous. There is this, one second here. This is looking actually nice, no? Tell me as well, what do you think about the left-hand drawing, and if you want to see more things like this, because, you know, the channel is for enjoying, and I can do thousands and thousands of drawings, but this is funny and this is nice, and a little bit, my hand it's trembling, and the drawing is irregular, but yeah, it's looking actually quite okay, to be honest. Looking actually quite okay. I think I even gonna do maybe a little bit more of the dark parts, a couple of dark parts around. There should be dark here. Because as I said, they are wearing like a suit underneath, all black, only covering the full body and not the head. And then they have these plastic pieces of armor on top. And very easy to take out, very easy to wear, and you can see in the new movies with Kylo Ren and Rey that one of the Stormtroopers kind of that is very interesting concept. I love that, how from within the groups you see how not all of them think the same, and there is this guy who is a Stormtrooper, and he decides to he kind of goes into crisis. He's seeing all the pain that he is causing and the other Stormtroopers are causing, and he decides to take out the helmet and flee. And there is the other Stormtroopers and the leader of that group, and they are following him to eliminate him and everything. And yeah, I'm not gonna be saying spoilers just in case you haven't watched it, but I invite you to watch the Star Wars movies, because they are very very interesting, and there is a lot of beautiful lore. In this channel I talk a lot about the lore, and the lore in Star Wars, with all the races, all the planets, all the groups, all the alliances, all the bad guys, and all the different types of ships as well, that they travel around the universe and everything. It is incredible, I love it. The Stormtroopers have a couple of things here, like buttons and things, but I think this is pretty nice. I think this is pretty nice. I'm gonna use the little Aqua Brush Duo to create a little bit of shading. This armor that they have, this suit, is all white, shiny, plasticky white, and there's only a couple of black things, as you can see, the eyes, some details for them to be able to breathe. The gun, the E11 is as well black, all black, full black, and the suit underneath is black. It's like a swimming suit if you go to scuba diving or something like that. The fingers are black as well a little bit because they kind of wear gloves, and there is like a piece here of protection for the hand, but you know, like this piece I made here, but then the fingers, you see there, are black, and these are fingers as well. Yeah, I would like to hear if you are a fan of Star Wars as well, if you like it and everything, and how much you like it. As I said, I love it. I will keep watching forever Star Wars every now and then. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna watch it again. But as I said, I am more a fantasy person. I could be trapped in a house forever, and if you give me a pick to say, okay, you want a Star Wars saga to watch and watch over and over again, or Lord of the Rings? I'm sorry, but I'm picking Lord of the Rings. I think this is funny, this is quite decent, and I think this is the drawing for today, to be honest. I am just gonna erase with my right hand, yeah, a little bit the pencil from here. I don't want to erase it too much, because I want to leave this kind of texture that we have drawn it with traditional technique, okay? But yeah, it's looking nice. I like it, and I love that I made the head bigger. That was the initial idea, like in that movie I told you, the Space Odyssey, because for me they represent very funny and very. I think I'm gonna be doing like one of these resources that you use when he realized, oh, something is there, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna try to see if I can shoot at it. But these stormtroopers are bad at aiming. There we are. And yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna sign, and I'm gonna sign as well with my left hand. Let's see, I've never done it before. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. Today, drawing Inktober 52, Stormtrooper is the prompt, drawing with my left hand, never done it before. It was a funny video, funny experiment for me, and talking about Star Wars, Stormtroopers, and a little bit of Star Wars universe. Happy to see some comments in the comment section. I will interact as soon as I see them, and yeah, thank you very much. Hope you like it. Comment, subscribe, share with your friends, with your nakamas, and feel free to check the other videos in the channel as well. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.